Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Our next guest says too many governmental regulations are pushing some major business owners out of the state, and he wants to talk about the effect that is going to have on our state and specifically our county, San Bernardino County. He's a supervisor. Robert Lovingood, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me today, Leslie. The main thing I would really like to focus on is what we call in industry, or in that the businesses are leakage, people leaving California. There's two main age groups. It's 5 to 14 and 25 to 40. These are professionals, and they are absolutely, we had a loss a little over 175,000 last year. If we go back, we're averaging over 150,000 moving out of the state over the past 5 years. These are our taxpayers. This is our tax base. These are professionals. Unfortunately, as they leave, they're not going to come back. And when I say that, my life prior to becoming a supervisor is in employment and staffing. We have a readily available workforce that says no about opportunities, from physicians to engineers to professionals, when they're contacted about moving in-state.
What are the factors they're giving you as to why they're leaving the state?
Well, the main real reason, I mean, most professionals leave due to the taxes. You know, we're at 60%. It's a real popular conversation today to talk about Phil Mickelson. And it would take 400 professionals to replace his income to the state when he leaves. If we look at a $60,000 a year wage earner, it's going to take 4 to 5.5 individuals at a entry-level opportunity to replace that income. So if we don't become proactive and look at means to remove regulation and change things within the state, we're going to have a continual loss that we can't replace.
Some of the other regulations you talk about, the CEQA, the California Environmental Quality Restrictions, how do those affect business owners? What have you seen?
Well, you know, it's interesting, and I can go into a public works project. Let's say we have a drainage area, and just due to time, and this is where CEQA has to be amended, and I do believe the governor is going to look at this seriously. But you take any project, there's natural drainage that occurs. It's a drainage site, sediment comes in, it starts growing plants. Now it's an endangered species protected area, but it's being prevented doing what it was designed to do, which is a drainage site. So unneeded regulation in the application that it really has to be specifically driven by project and reform that's real, not one answer fits all.
You're talking like an assemblyman or a state senator. You're a county supervisor. How are you going to make the changes that you want to have happen from your level? What are you going to do?
Well, proactively work within the state, but at the same time, I think, you know, the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors are very uniform in the realization of the need of change. And we have the CEO, Greg Devereaux, who's very being proactive and understanding the change that we're going to have to do to protect the county. And I think with collaboration, we can drive down walls and be successful.
How have you seen these government regulations, the increased taxes, affecting the county?
Well, I can share with you, those that can are going to leave, and they're going to continue to leave. And when we say that, there's a great book out right now, and it's called Money Walks. California's second in the nation with having individuals and businesses leaving relocation to states without income tax. It's a 2-to-1 pickup. It's a 2-to-1 game. Florida's the winner. Texas and Tennessee are second. And you're seeing even Wall Street exit New York for Florida today.
On the revenue side, how do you see the revenue continuing to come in if these high taxpayers leave town?
It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be an incredible challenge. And I say it's if we continue the course that we're adopting now to raise taxes, we'll fail. It's non-sustainable. Every person, regardless of where you line up, and when I say that, it doesn't matter if you're an independent, Republican, or a Democrat, has to come to the realization, if you're on a school board or your city council, there's going to be less. And how are we going to work together? Because it's the only thing through collaboration that'll save the county, and then I think collectively the state.
He's a man of the campaign, Robert Lovingood. Thank you very much for being with us today. And thank you for joining us.